I want to extend my discussion that we have done in the last video, that is the total amount of torque that has been acted on a current carrying loop placed in a magnetic field. So I'm just demonstrating it, trying to demonstrate it. Hope this will be more clear after this demonstration. So let's say the magnetic field is along this direction and the initial location of the loop was like this. Okay, so this is P point, Q point, R point and S point. Okay, and the current is flowing along this direction. Okay, I have rotated this loop like this. Okay, so this is the new position and this is the perpendicular direction of this area of this loop PQRS. Its direction is along n, which is along this direction, and now this n is making theta angle with this magnetic field. Magnetic field ka direction has not changed, it is in the same direction. So now we are calculating the forces on this PQ forces is I PQ cross B. PQ cross B means this is in the above direction, in this direction. Okay, on RS, force RS, FRS, that will be RS cross B, that will be in the bottom direction. So FPQ and FRS are equal and opposite and they are acting along the same line. Okay, their line of force is same. So they will be cancelling each other. Now the force on QR element, IQR cross B. Now this is QR, this is B. So QR cross B will be along this direction. QR cross B, FQR will be along this direction. Okay, and force on SP, that will be along this direction. So this is FSP, this is FQR, this is B. Now if I have to, so you can see that FSP and FQR are equal in magnitude, but their direction is opposite and their line of force is also different. So FSP and FQR, they will be making a couple with each other. And we are seeing, if we see the top view, you are seeing from the top. That means if I want to calculate the torque due to this couple, then how will I calculate? Torque will be PQ vector cross FQR. You can see now FQR and PQR is making angle theta with each other because this is theta angle. So at this point the normal is n cap. So n cap is making theta angle with B, magnetic field. So if this angle is theta, this angle will also be theta. So the angle between PQ vector and FQR vector is theta. So now the torque will be PQ cross FQR. Okay, PQ cross FQR, that means PQ, value of PQ into value of FQR into sine of theta, and its direction is direction of tau B, which is torque due to this force. Direction will be FQR cross PQ cross FQR. That means, please see this, PQ cross FQR, that means it is going at the bottom. PQ cross FQR is going down, so it will be along this direction, please understand the direction of the torque. So okay, let's come back to the copy again. So this was what I said in the last class. So the torque will have this magnitude is A I B sine theta, that is the magnitude, and its direction will be along QR direction. So now I have defined a vector, just out of the blue I have defined a vector called mu m, and I called it as mu m vector. That was defined as I into A vector. A is the area vector. That means area vector has direction n cap, so IA n cap. And if I define it like that, then if I calculate this, suppose I calculate this mu m cross B, mu m cross B will be what? Again, let's come back to this mu m. So this is the direction of mu m vector. Mu m vector is along n cap. Mu m cross B is, what is its direction? Mu m cross B will be going like this inside the table along QR direction. So direction matches, mu m cross B, its direction matches, and what is the magnitude of mu m cross B? That is IA and B. IA, B, and angle between mu m and B is theta, sine theta. So the magnitude of mu m cross B and direction of mu m cross B both matches with this expression. That's why I can write down that tau due to the magnetic field, torque due to the magnetic field is equal to mu m cross B. Okay. Now you have learned electrostatics. In electrostatics you know that the torque applied on a electric dipole placed in an electric field plus q minus q and electric field. What was the torque? Torque due to the electric field was P cross E. What was the P? P was referred to as the dipole moment due to the electric dipole. Okay. Similarly, we got here this tau B, torque due to the magnetic field, that is equal to mu m cross B. So we call this mu m, just comparing with the electrostatic one, the mu m as magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole, that is a very important thing. So what is a magnetic dipole? If you have a current carrying loop, let's say current is flowing along this direction, that means I can define I into A n cap. What is this n cap? N cap is the direction of this surface. N cap is the direction of this surface. A is the surface area that I will be calling as mu m vector. So you can understand that this current loop can be replaced as, I can just draw a magnet. I can just draw a magnet with a mu m, that is magnetic dipole moment. I can replace this current loop with a magnetic dipole moment. This is the basic of magnetic properties in matter. So you can understand that matter comprises of atoms and molecules. Every atom is basically a nucleus, and around the nucleus electrons are rotating. That means what? That means a current loop. You can consider it as a current loop. So this current loop is basically, every atom is basically a tiny magnetic dipole. So every material you will have this tiny magnetic dipoles. So these are the basic fundamental thing for which magnetic properties arises in a material. Now let's take a real example. Let's there is a nucleus and an electron is rotating, around that nucleus. So let us try to calculate the magnetic dipole moment due to this flow of this electron. So this electron is rotating along this direction. That means current is flowing along this direction. If current flows along this direction, magnetic dipole moment is basically in this direction. What will be the direction of this magnetic dipole moment due to this current? That will be I A, area of this loop, n cap. Let's say this is rotating in a circular orbit. So I into pi r square n cap. That is the direction of magnetic dipole moment. What is I? I is basically E by total amount of time that it takes, E by T. I equal to E by T. What is T? T equal to T is the time period. That means how much time the electron takes to for a one complete revolution. That means E by T will be equal to 2 pi r by V, if V is the velocity of the electron. So I can just get mu m equal to E V by 2 pi r into pi r square n cap. Okay, n cap. So that means that will be giving you pi r gone. So half E V r n cap. So electron has a negative charge, so you can understand that this will be along minus z direction, along this direction. I have already taken it. So this direction is your n cap. Okay, so this will be the magnetic dipole moment due to the revolution of an electron. So if there is an atom that has a single electron, rotating in a circular orbit around the nucleus, then the correspondingly this atom is same as a magnetic dipole moment mu m vector, and that magnetic dipole moment is given by half EVR n cap.